so as I'm building her, I'm also simultaneously working on the storyboard, which I did in Storyboard Pro, because it's pretty quick and easy. And so that the client would be able to understand what the camera moves are. And you can see this?
Yes, it's playing.
Okay. Yeah. And you see how down and dirty, scratchy these drawings, like, just, you get what's happening. It's not beautiful, but like, it was enough to be able to have, you know, the client be like, oh, okay, we understand what's happening, scene to scene. And sometimes like we want to make things just like the most beautiful, every frame be the most beautiful as a board artist, and like,
Right.
you can't sometimes. Like, you just got to get the point across.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So this was the
And
storyboard.
And then this was timed out to the track.
Yeah. So I have the audio here underneath. And I just planned out everything. One of the big things was we had to be aware of copying the poses. We couldn't copy the poses directly. So like if we're using a pose from a photograph, a famous photograph, we would have to make sure her dress was a different color or her hairstyle was slightly different.
Okay.
So that there weren't copyright issues from the photographer.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that until we had already started building a lot of things. And I can share this here. We had to make this spreadsheet and then give it to the client and say, like, here's the scene, here's our art, here's the reference.
Right. And then here's how it's different, right?
Yeah, and here's how it's a little bit different. And some of the differences are very subtle, like she has straps here and her dress is not red. We don't have straps. But yeah. And then, you know, we had to put the reference there. And then Catwoman, like, this is her outfit. I think we had in the final, there was something, I wish I could remember, so long ago now. There were things that we had to change in her Catwoman outfit. I think we might have had to take off like the necklace or certain elements that, you know, was too similar. And so like here you can see the poses are a little bit different.
Yeah.
That one's pretty close, but they didn't really say anything about that. Oh, here, that's why, because Sony owns the rights.
They own that image. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this document I was sharing with the producer, who then could go to legal and be like, is this cool? Is this fine?
Okay. Yeah.
So
that is such a big part of the production and the producing side of animation, especially when you're working for these big clients. Like copyright will directly affect your designs and your ideas.
Yeah. So like this one, they were worried about because it's such a direct reference to this guy, Philippe Halsman's photo, that in the final, we had to add some elements to the mirror to make it feel like a different mirror. And we put more elements on her dress.